So it's about 9 p.m., and I go on Instagram to post a video like always. But when the video goes live, comments started flooding in saying, "Reels turned dark. Why am I seeing in fights on my algorithm? Bro, Instagram turned into a gore site." And reading these, my heart dropped because I suddenly thought, holy, Alex has left something in the video that I didn't check over. So I go through the post once again, and there's nothing. Alex was perfect. So I head over to the Reels tab, and I kid you not, and I screen recorded it. It took one swipe to find out what everyone was talking about. And I shouldn't have clicked that See Reel button, but like every single one of you, I did. And I regret it. And the more I scrolled, the more sensitive content I received. I was even already getting memes about the sensitive content I was seeing. How? The devil works hard, but meme pages work harder. And some of these memes had millions of likes, suggesting that this was happening to everyone. And turns out something did go very wrong at Instagram, because Meta have just come out and admitted it and apologized. But unfortunately, it doesn't end there. Because after digging a little deeper, this might actually be way worse than just this one-time glitch. Because Instagram has recently made very big changes on how they moderate content. Ones that might have left the platform more vulnerable than ever. And it gets worse because behind the scenes, the moderators responsible for keeping Instagram clean are facing a dark and traumatizing reality. One that no one's really talking about. So let's get into all of that and more. Subscribe or face a dangerous whipping. In fact, listen to Jedi Duck edits. Guys, look, you gotta sub or else he will find out where you live. After all, he's a news channel, so news channels have access to that kind of stuff. Play it safe and subscribe. I wouldn't risk it. I wouldn't risk it either. So let's stop the yap and let's get cracking! Okay, so if you've been on Instagram recently, I'm sure you've come across, some mildly, but most likely severely disturbing content. Because social media was flooded yesterday with people saying that their Reels feed was packed with some of the most horrific videos known to man. Alex, get ready to do a lot of bleeping, okay? Because YouTube moderators, they're still working, and they're working overtime. Ready? Woman giving birth, gunshots, uncensored violence, accidents, animal attacks, arm. Oh my gosh. Killed by an elephant, falling from a roller coaster. Have we all seen a baby born today? 21K likes. Instagram is scary today. Bro, so many people are talking about some elephant video. Okay, I don't want to see it. One bro said, "I think Judgment Day is near." Oh, how bad? How bad were the videos that bro saw? But that's kind of fair, because unlike somewhere like X, it's the gore and the violence and all of that kind of stuff somewhat expected. And key distinction, 7-year-olds are not using X. And if they are, then we got a bigger problem than the videos. But on Instagram, specifically Reels, kids are not just on there. Kids are like creators now.
Here's how I make a lot of friends every year in school. Don't be scared to say words. Words is how you make friends.
Kids are freaking dropping knowledge on this app of like how to make friends at school. Now they're scrolling on Reels, watching school. No, okay. That's too far. That's too far. I wouldn't say it. But it's somewhat truthful. Point is, if there's anywhere that cannot have a moderation mistake like they did today, it is Reels and TikTok. But definitely Reels. I mean, their comments are wild enough as it is, let alone you got the videos to match. Some users said that they saw this graphic content even with Instagram's sensitive content control enabled to its highest moderation sensitivity, and it still made its way through. So, what the hell happened around the world? Well, for a while, no one knew. Some speculated a hack, and others said it was just a random glitch. But then, Meta swooped on in to save the day, and they gave us very detailed and reassuring explanation. A Meta spokesperson said in a statement shared with CNBC, "We have fixed an error that has caused some users to see content in their feed that should not have been recommended. We apologize for the mistake." That's it. That's literally it. What the hell? You are out here traumatizing children, and all you can tell us was that it was an error and that it was a mistake? Whose mistake? And what caused it to specifically recommend the most horrific videos on the internet and not like, I don't know, fluffy cat videos? Why that? Well, that's where things get interesting, because this recent surge of disturbing content on Instagram might not have been just a little one-off glitch. Sorry, error, but rather part of a much bigger and longer-lasting change. Because you see, last month, Meta, Instagram's parent company, made significant changes to its content moderation policies. Good old Zuck said on Joe Rogan said that for years, Meta relied too much on AI to decide what gets taken down. And because of that, a bunch of accounts were getting banned for what he said was no good reason, and that just because AI thought that they broke the rules. And you know, as a creator myself, I do somewhat relate to that. You know, if your literal career can be destroyed overnight because AI makes a mistake, then that is freaking terrifying. And that's happened many, many times before. So, to fix that, he has said that he's decided to scale back the AI's control and essentially let more stuff stay up. The reason for that? Well, he wanted to push more free speech. He also ended their third-party fact-checking program and replaced it with community notes, similar to the ones that they use on X. And I guess ultimately the point is, he admitted that those changes made at Meta would mean that more bad content stays up. Now, I don't know what lever they pulled yesterday in testing these new moderation changes, but please, that is not the free speech we wanted. Also, and this could be a coincidence, but it's kind of interesting, at the same time all of these wild posts were getting through the moderators, news came out that Instagram is reportedly preparing to launch a standalone separate Reels app, kind of like TikTok. According to a source familiar with their plans, Instagram's efforts to take on TikTok are part of an initiative codenamed Project Ray, which includes improving recommendations for new users. So perhaps in testing how to work out this new app and improving the recommendations, someone flipped a very wrong switch. But you know, talking about the people behind the scenes, the moderators and stuff, this is where, in the part of my research, where things got so incredibly dark. And I'm shocked that I never thought about this or knew it. Because while you and I might have been exposed to some horrific content for a few hours, maybe a day, there are people that see this kind of stuff every single day, and it is their job. Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, all these platforms rely on tens of thousands of human moderators to filter out the worst things imaginable. Stuff that AI simply can't detect properly. And these aren't high-paid experts sitting in fancy offices. Most of them are low-paid workers in places like Colombia, Kenya, and the Philippines. Some of them make as little as $1.50 an hour to sit through endless streams of violence, exploitation, and just real life horror. And they don't get to look away like we do. They have to watch, analyze, and decide whether this video needs to stay up or not. One former TikTok moderator, Claudia, said that she was forced to watch so many disturbing videos of people eating live animals that she literally developed a phobia and had panic attacks at work. She said that she tried to get help through TikTok's mental health support program, but it took them 2 months before they even responded. And when they finally did, they basically told her, yeah, we can't help. Go try your local healthcare system. And this kind of experience, the more that I looked into, turns out it's normal for moderators, which is horrific. Another moderator, Candy Fraser, said that she had to review videos for 12 hours a day that included, oh my gosh, Alex, ready for the beeps? Animals. Holy! She said that she suffers from significant psychological trauma, including anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. No shock there. I don't think humans are made to be exposed to that kind of stuff. We're not even made to be exposed to what's on social media, let alone the stuff that doesn't make it onto social media 12 hours a day. That is insane that this job role exists. I know it has to protect us, but it's insane. She is now also suing TikTok for failing to protect employees' mental health. Another worker, Lewis, said that his company puts out this big corporate video about how they care about their employees' mental health. But he says in reality, their so-called support system was basically just a big show. And then just recently, more than 140 Facebook content moderators have been diagnosed with severe PTSD caused by the exposure and are now also suing Meta for damages. Oh, and if the mental toll wasn't bad enough, they're also being worked like machines. One moderator said that his job required him to watch 900 videos a day with only 15 seconds per video to decide if it should get taken down. And if he didn't hit that number, his pay would get docked. $1.50 an hour getting docked is insane. And the worst part is that a lot of these platforms, they know it's happening. One of these experts straight up said, if you're looking only at the money, AI cannot compete with paying someone $1.80 an hour, because it's cheaper to just use humans that are already there than having to build all of these expensive AI models and stuff like that. That's just a reminder. Instagram, yeah, they may have fixed their little glitch that they had yesterday, but for the people behind the scenes, the ones that are keeping the worst of humanity away from us, they are stuck in this cycle, watching the absolute worst of humanity just to scrape by on freaking $1.80 an hour wages. That is crazy. And you know, if this is the system that is in place, then maybe Instagram's Dark Reels Day kind of just like a symptom of a much bigger problem that not a lot of us even know about. So, I mean, that turned really dark. It's kind of fitting for the whole video, I guess. But what do you guys think? Did you even know that this kind of stuff existed? Did Meta completely screw up with their changes now that they're going more to human moderators and less to AI? Should these big tech companies be doing more to protect their employees and their moderators? If so, what could they do? How do you solve this problem? Let me know in the comments, but I think that's about it for today. Remember, subscribe to the channel if you liked the video because more of these coming your way, and I will see you soon. So let's stop the yap and let's get cracking! Oh, my lights.